This is Gary Atensa with CNTV, and today we're in Colorado. I'm here with Harmony Springs Life Coaching. Since 2022, she has provided insight, tools, and partnering for life change. I am joined here with the author, Certified Empowerment Life Coach, Mary. Thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to start off a little bit about yourself. You were formerly educated at California State University as well as Colorado Technical University in engineering. After years of traditional counseling and therapy, you yourself found the missing pieces to your own healing. Share with me a little bit how this journey from engineering to empowerment coach began for you.
Well, I've always enjoyed talking with people.
Okay.
Even in my engineering career, when I would be chatting with members from the team, it would be more about what they're doing in their regular life, not necessarily what was going on with the project. So I've always had the desire to listen to people and help them out whenever I could. And on the journey to get more healing internally, that helped me with whatever I was learning. I could share that with them.
Excellent. Great journey you're now on, helping other people. I mean, life coaching is a method of helping people in achieving their desired goals. In that journey, do you find people tend to get stuck as they forge ahead towards their life path?
Absolutely. There are times when people have a certain goal. For instance, let's say they want to write a book. And so they say, yeah, someday I'm going to write a book. And someday, and 10 years later, they're still saying, someday I'm going to write a book. And yet they don't know why. So when we delve into more of why they want to actually write the book and what's stopping them from writing a book, then we can actually give them tools to get through those blocks.
I mean, so we're saying to move from stuck to success requires creating actionable steps really towards achieving their goals. Is this where a life coach kind of comes into play and can help them?
Absolutely. And it's not anything that I tell them to do. They actually have the steps themselves. I just ask questions for them to actually give the answers that they know they already have. I'm more of an accountability. Let's see what you can do moving forward.
So like any sports coach, you're really just pulling out of them what already exists, but they maybe didn't know it or didn't realize it.
Or they didn't know that they could keep moving forward.
Interesting.
Yes.
I mean, we like to think that we're all the same, but really we're not. We all have different ideas of success. How important is it to help your clients identify their values and their goals?
That's one of the first things we actually talk about, is
Okay.
what their values are. Because if they're not doing what's in alignment with their values, then they're going to be stuck or wondering why they aren't moving forward the way that they should.
Excellent. On the surface, it can look just like maybe goal setting, but yet working through any emotional or thought issues that block us, I imagine can be pretty challenging. Does this really become kind of a deep dive in getting to know your client, and do you enjoy that process?
So I wouldn't say deep. We do go down, but we don't dig in that sense. When I work with people who are having challenges with some emotions that are really stopping them from going somewhere, I'll tap into the other tools that I have, like the emotional freedom technique tapping or the thought freedom technique, and move forward that way.
So it's not so much you digging in, but them kind of revealing to themselves along that journey. Revealing our true self, that requires trust. Is it important to provide a safe and non-judgmental space so that they can work towards their desired outcomes?
Absolutely. So when I'm working with a client, I'm very much into the listening mode, and I'm not in the judging mode. So if I have a question about something, I will say, tell me more about that, or where did that come from? And we move forward in the way that they're comfortable with.
Excellent. You offer one-on-one life coaching sessions as well as Splankna sessions. What is Splankna? Explain this to our viewers because I'm sure they've never even heard of it.
Okay, so Splankna is it's a faith-based inner healing tool for spirit, soul, and body. And the person who actually developed this protocol is Sarah Thiessen, who actually lives in the Denver area, and this is her book here.
Wow.
And it explains a lot about what Splankna is. We go to the root, the emotional root of whatever it is that is troubling a person. We use prayer. We ask the Holy Spirit to come and guide us through the session. And once we find out whatever the agreement that was made on a subconscious level, we actually pray to break that. and we use muscle testing as part of the way to find out where we need to go and what needs to be healed.
I'm always amazed. We have great authors right here in our city, as well as yourself. Share with me what the motivation was behind writing your book.
So this book here, Searching for Sunny Skies, Find the Right Help to Move from Stuck to Successfully Forging Ahead on Life's Path, came from a chapter in a book that I'm currently writing.
Okay.
I am very much a proponent of people finding help, whether it be a therapist, a counselor, a life coach, anybody to help them get unstuck. We all need help. We got where we are by ourselves, and so far if we're stuck and we can't move forward, that means we can't do it ourselves. We have to have somebody else to help us along. So this is a good way of knowing what the different kinds of help are that are out there,
Okay.
and what kind of tools are available that they may have, and how to find the right person. So I go through a series of questions that the reader will go through and decide what kind of person they actually need to go to and what do they want from that person. The whole interview process, back and forth. And the most important thing is, once you start with someone, doesn't mean you have to stay with someone. If it's not working out, you can move forward and try someone else.
Interesting. So obviously information out there from books and beyond people can learn from. If they want to learn more about Splanking, they can check out that book as well. Speaking of that method of Splanking, I mean, one of the beliefs of this therapy is that mental health issues are created by our subconscious, and our bodies actually store that energy. By integrating our own spirituality as well as our own history, can it help us find a healing path that is kind of uniquely our own?
Absolutely, and everybody's path is unique in that sense. With Splankna, I actually worked with a Splankna practitioner for a year and a half for my own work, starting off. And it wasn't until after I was pretty much done with that work that she said, you can become a practitioner. So that's when I started to go into the training, because it helped me so much in my healing journey. So I wanted to be able to help others with theirs.
So you're definitely a result of the product of
Yes.
that, and you understand it very well.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of spirituality, you say as a Christian, you rely on the Holy Spirit to guide each session. Is that an important aspect of the work you do?
Absolutely. Having that faith and knowledge that God is a part of my life, and it's a part of so many others in their life, a way to be in a protocol that's safe,
Okay.
and it's also led by the Holy Spirit, helps those people become more comfortable with the process.
Absolutely. Peaceful process when you enter in that third dimension like that.
Absolutely.
Life coaching is new for most people, really. So you offer a free 30-minute introductory discovery session to get started. What takes place in that first discovery session?
So in that session, I actually chat with the person to find out what it is that they're struggling with.
Okay.
And what kind of help, if they've had help, has that been? What have they seen as the results? And what is it really that they want to have change in their life?
Okay.
And based on that discussion, I can tell them whether or not I can help them out with that.
Interesting. Mary, your areas of expertise help those who feel confused, overwhelmed, and really being stuck to experience clarity. Is this rewarding work for you?
Absolutely. I love looking and discovering patterns in people's lives. And sometimes I can help draw them out from that person so that they can see, oh yes, I've done this over and over and over again, and I'm getting the same results. Maybe I should tweak it.
Very nice.
Yes.
Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her website. On the website, you can learn more about her approach and obviously read the testimonials on the site as well. I mean, we all have subconscious emotional content that really is difficult to access through traditional talk therapy sessions. I mean, if you are ready to experience clarity, direction, and confidence, reach out today. Once again, that is Harmony Springs Life Coaching. Insight, tools, and partnering for life change. This is Gary Atensa with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.